Alright, let's start.
All right. Look, thanks for joining. As we mentioned earlier there, we're going to go over the new JV330. We'll touch briefly on the CJV330, which is the print and cut version of these models. I think that I'll do a brief introduction. I think most of you probably know us. I'm Brad Crichton. I'm National Marketing Manager, and in Japan there next to the JV330.
Yes, Tomomitsu Harada. Tomo Harada from Mimaki, Australia, General Manager. I'm in Japan at this moment in the factory, our core showroom today. Thanks everyone for joining us.
All right, so let's get into it. I'm just going to do a quick video on the JV330, just a quick little promotion video just before we get started. All right, so what we've got here, this is a bit of a breakdown of some of these new products in our Sign Graphics portfolio. So just a bit of a timeline for everyone in the Australian market. Both the JV330 160 and the CJV330 160. Okay, our release is in June, 2022. So we will have stock of these models in June. Also, we're releasing a new cutter series that I won't go into too much detail with that today, and we'll probably have further webinars on this, but our new AR series, which is a 60 centimeter, 100 centimeter and a 130, which is a 1.3 meter wide new plotter range. That will release next month, so we'll have stock in May of that model series. All right, a product concept here. So since the launch of our first eco-solvent printer, which was obviously the JV3 back in 2002, we're actually keeping the name of the 3 series throughout the years. And as you can see here, that's why we've gone to the 330, our very latest, because we started with JV3, we moved to JV33, we then progressed to JV300, JV300 Plus, and now JV330. So that 3 series or 300 series is very well known in the market. So most users will immediately look at this product and say, okay, this is our very latest eco-solvent technology. And that's why we've obviously kept the 3 series. So as you can see, what we're trying to define here, especially within this product, is high quality with high productivity. So this is a production end model for production users. We've got fine photographic sort of quality with a new printhead technology, 3 picoliter dot. And we've also got a new input profile that we call Deep Color Natural. Now this enables some great skin tone and high productivity and fine quality printing in some nice production modes. You can see an 8 color configuration, which is 13.2 square meters an hour. And we go up, we've got a 21 square meter an hour mode there in 4 color. They're high quality sort of production finishing. So we have very high, vivid, even solid color representation with this new input profile. So we're quite happy with our output, especially on the JV330 and CJV330 models. All right, so we've got this flagship model here, and we're going to go through some of the finer details here regarding the 3 series. We'll jump straight into what's the model series here. All right, so we've got the print and cut version at the top here, which is the CJV330, 1.6 meters wide, 160 centimeters. And we've got a 1.3 model, the 130, which is 130 centimeters wide. The JV330, which is the standalone print model, same configuration, 1.6 meters and 1.3 meters. We'll go into some of these. Let me just bring up this feature. We'll go through some of these features today. Not only through the presentation, the PowerPoint, but also live with Thomas on there. Okay, so some of the functionalities and obviously the new features. We have a new print technology that we call Mimaki weaving dot technology. Okay, so we'll go through that within this presentation. Number 2, we've got the new X and Y slitter and also the media changer. So these are new work efficiency benefits, okay, that we've got on these models. We also, I'll touch on a new smartphone app, which is an operational app that we've now can use within these models also, with some other features you can see there too. We'll talk about the new print technologies that we'll go into, and also some of the benefits regarding our new take-up system and circulation mechanism there with the take-up. Now, just a quick overview here of both the models. On the left is the JV330. On the right, we have the CJV330. This is a quick point of some of those new features. Obviously, we've got new printhead technology that we're just highlighting there. We have the XY slitter, which is at the front, which we're getting a lot of interest from the market, even since we've been promoting. Internally now, we have got a LED light system, so you can see the print comes through a lot nicer while it's printing. These models are all bulk ink delivery, so we don't have a cartridge-based system. We have only bulk ink, which is a 2-liter bladder system. Please be aware that these are production-orientated machines, so there's 16 liters of ink held within the printers. And we will touch on the new media change system as well, but these are the new features we have in these models. All right, so increased productivity, so new printhead technology. Pretty much what you need to know here, we have got 2 times the amount of nozzles compared to our JV300 model. Okay, so in the one head alone, in the one inline, we have up to 3,200 nozzles, which is a significant increase. When you double that, that's 6,400 nozzles. Aligning that to 3 picoliter dot structure, we're getting very fine print quality. We'll touch on the benefits of our new wave print technology that we spoke about earlier, but that's how we get lovely print speeds and quality combining those technologies. So you can see down here, the pink one is the JV300 series. The red one is the JV330 series. So you can see how we're increasing production speeds as we go through the DPIs there. So it's a significant increase in print speed, but we believe it's the other technologies that increases that print quality at those speeds also that we're quite excited about. This just goes through our ink options that we have here, SS21 and BS4 ink, and some of the configurations. BS4 is only 4 color. When we get to SS21, we've got 4 8 color, which is the orange and light black. And we also have a 6 color plus white. So CMYK, light cyan, light magenta with 2 whites. So we've got a fair bit of versatility there. With SS21 white ink is now a 500 ml available. 2 litre packs for everything else. We don't have any other cartridge or 600 ml offering anymore with the 330 series. All right, so let's touch on how we get that increased productivity at the quality that we're achieving. It is this new Mimaki weaving dot technology. All right, so we've got improved functionality here, and it reduces unevenness in solid color with a staggered print head configuration. So this is what we've worked on to really achieve those production speeds at quality a lot better. Look, we will be having these machines in our Sydney and Melbourne showroom facilities, because obviously when it comes to print quality, proof is in the pudding. But we're very confident with this new Mimaki weaving dot technology with the latest print heads. Yeah, we achieve this really nicely. High quality, but high productivity. All right, so this just shows our that technology and where we implement it compared to our how we aligned all our other technologies. So you can see, yes, we've still got the variable dot control. We've got half toning technology like all our other machines. We've got the maps technology, the latest maps 4. But in between our waveform control and the maps, we've now introduced Mimaki weaving dot technology. So that's really the new feature that we've aligned to the 330 series, where we're seeing those print quality benefits. All right, so let's get into some of the value-added functions here on the 330 series. The XY slitter is obviously a big feature. To have a 1.6 meter wide printer that now can do XY slitting combined within the print functionality is quite unique. We get a lot of interest from the market to check out this functionality. So it's really quite a point of difference for us at the moment. So we're pretty excited about that. And generally, this is all, it's a printer operation software enabled through our Rasterlink. And then we do manual configuration regarding how we set up, especially the Y positions of the Y cut. All right. And we'll get a little bit of a one-on-one there demo with Tomo more about this functionality. Just briefly with it though, you can see here, this is some of the specifications, but we can do media up to about maximum 1 mil in thickness. We're using carbine blade, so roughly photo paper type, we're getting about 4,000 meters of cutting. In the X, in the Y, about 5,500 meters of cutting. So we're getting a fair bit of cut duration there. We've got a minimum data width of A4. Okay, so we do have some restrictions, and we'll highlight them a little bit more during the demo. But yes, minimum data width of A4. So you can see this example here below. We do have to come in from the edge of the media, certain requirements, and there has to be a distance between, okay, the cuts also. All right, so yeah, we can't jam them all together, and there is a two poster cut in the Y direction. We can't go any more than the two. So we can go down to a 750 mil wide roll and do the two A4s like that. But even when we do wider rolls, and as you can see here, we can go up to maximum data width of 1560 mil wide, or a maximum media width of 1620. All right, but two positional posters per cut in the Y, and then as many down the roll, obviously. All right, so let's highlight now a bit on the media changer. This is a nice function. From our data and general analytics from the market, a lot of end users use generally up to 2 or 3 types of media, the majority of the time, 80% of the time. So to have a media changer that permanently has 3 rolls, okay, on there is a nice updated functionality for this printer. So you can see we've added a lot to the 330 series, all in the one. So we've really done at least 2 to 3 years of innovation all in the one product here for the market. That's why we're pretty excited about this technology. So we can see this little diagram here obviously just shows that, yeah, you know, once they're loaded, then one person can change from roll to roll. So it is obviously a lot, you know, a lot easier and quicker. Some of the specs here: maximum load 3 units, okay, is 90 kilos. The maximum weight of 1 unit is 45 kilos. All right, so the maximum width can be set to 1620. So that's designed for the 1.6 meter wide model. Within this model, we've also got a new V-cut functionality that we do to set up our rolls for obviously longer print runs. We actually print a V-cut, okay, within, you can see here, on the media within the cutter, and then we can use a strip, as you can see here, to connect to the take-up. All right, so we see less media waste, okay, that we can do, and also we get more true take-up long accuracy instead of applying 3 bits of tape that sometimes, if they're not done correctly, you can get skewed media roll-up. So this is a new functionality called V-shape cut that we've got in the 330 series. All right, so I mentioned earlier we've got new smartphone operation. So this is this here is a new app that can be downloaded now from the iPhone App Store, Android. I've only downloaded it from the iPhone. I assume Android is available now as well. But this will be immediately available on the sale of the 330 series. So remote access, we can check ink and media levels, turn on printer, heater. We can even perform nozzle check and functionality. So as you can see with this one over here, there's actual operation use that can be done within this new app. All right, I touched on this quickly. We've now got a new LED lighting system, as you can see down here, within the 330 models. Really nice. You can just see the print quality and all that really easily during printing. So if you want a quick check of colors or anything like that, that's all available now with the new LED lighting system. All right, so we're just going to touch on the new deep color natural input profile that we've got for the 330 series. Look, I won't go into super detail here, but the red border or the red color gamut one here you can see is our new deep color natural. All right, so really designed around our new color configurations that we've got. Our standard on the moment on 300 series and other models is expand color. So you can see we're just getting some extra vibrancy, okay, from our new deep color natural profile. This profile is really designed with the new weave dot technology and some other functionality that we've got in the 330 series. So really updated because of the new printhead technology, new waveform technology. So we've got a new input profile to get the best color gamut possible. Another new feature here is our new media take-up mechanism. All right, so you can see here, this is our more traditional type mechanism over here. Now, we used to just have the one motor that would do the take-up for both. We're now running what we call a dual motor setup for better consistency and obviously those media loads under higher production speeds. So this is all about to get better print quality at higher production. So that's what the majority of these features are all about. All right, so just going over, we wanted to touch on price briefly. Obviously, speak to your local Mimaki dealer managers or Jason on different details of the different pricing. We just wanted to highlight here the JV330 160 to give a good indication. So the printer price is 45,000 ex GST. But we just wanted to highlight here the inclusions. Okay, so we've got 16 litres of ink, which is two times CMYK 2 litre packs. Or we can go the CMYK lights on light black and orange, which is obviously 8 2 litre bladders. Now, this being SS21 ink, obviously, so our high quality ink, this is $4,000 worth of ink that we have just provided included under the $45,000 introduction price. So please be aware of that. We're also doing installation and training. We're covering that. Delivery freight metro areas, we're covering, and we're introducing a 3-year warranty right from the start with this product, which is pretty impressive. I just really want to highlight some of these inclusions because the value that we've got here really is probably, we're probably getting towards, with the warranty, the general sort of warranty, a 2-year warranty outside, we're probably getting towards, with the ink warranty, delivery, installation, nearly $10,000 worth of value, just to give an indication. We've decided to put all that in under what will be the RRP price moving forward with this product. All right, so really good value. All right, just give a very quick overview of where this product stands within our Sign Graphics portfolio. This graph just is a really sort of basic indication of where things are with our product. The higher we are is the investment level is higher, lower is a lower investment level, more to the right is higher production speeds, more to the left is not as much production speeds, obviously. So you can see where we are with our CJV150 series. Okay, so good entry pricing, but production more to the lower end. Then we step up to our 100 series, still good entry price, but increase in production. Then we go to our 300 model. All right, so we've got a bit higher in price and middle of the range for production. Our UJV and UCJV is obviously LED technology, so targeting slightly different markets in some cases, but we just want to highlight them within this graph to give you an indication where they sit. But then we have the CJV330. So you can see a significant increase in production capacity and is at the higher end of our investment level. All right, so that will give you a bit of a guide. Where the UCJV, our print and cut LED, our best-selling one, is more in the high 30s area. All right, look, that was a very brief sort of overview of some of the main features of the JV330. We didn't touch too much on the CJV330. That will be down the line, our print and cut in one, but we really want to focus on our print product of this at the moment. We will be highlighting this product at Pack Print. It will be on our stand, the JV330. And it is something that will be, it's already in our Sydney facility, a demonstration facility, and our Melbourne demonstration facility. So we strongly recommend that you organise with your local channel managers to tee up some time and have a look at the product firsthand and really get a good touch and feel of the product, because we're pretty excited about it. Yeah, so look, we'll do 5-10 minutes worth of questions at the end of the presentation. I'm going to drift over to Tomo-san now, and he's going to give a bit more of a hands-on and yeah, go over the JV330 in a more of a demo sense for us today. So thanks for listening, guys.
All right, thanks, Brad-san. Hopefully you can still hear me. I have the mobile device today for my live demo. Thanks everyone for listening to our Thanks everyone listen to our introduction presentation for JV330 and CJV330 series. Hopefully it's coming soon. It's on the board at this moment, and it will be delivered by middle of June for the Australian market release. So today, I'm at the demo center at the Mimaki Japan headquarters. In some reason, I have been in Japan for the last couple of weeks for the work remotely. But today I met first time with JV330. I already get used to it since the morning. So I just want to provide you that live introduction about printer. So the machine is just a little bit lower than my height. So I just try showing my face as much as possible. So I'm gonna go through from a right side, left side, and center basically, because what surprises you is what's on the center. Anyway, from a right hand side, okay, we've got the interface with a RIP computer. The RIP computer doesn't need to be special the super fast computer, but it just needs to be a standard the i5 or i7 and standard drive in the market. As always, the Rastering 7, which is the latest RIP software, comes with our printer, as well as JV330 and CJV330. For slitting mechanism or functionality, you do not need any additional software to invest, so it all can be used from Rastering 7. Okay. So the right-hand side of the printer, we've got printer interface with a PC. So it supports two different interface. One is a USB 2.0 USB cable, and the other one is an Ethernet cable with a local area network cable. So if you're operating from a printer with a different, from a different room with a computer, you can extend the distance with using the Ethernet cable. The control panel is, as always, our latest system with a graphic controller. So it's easy to understand how much the ink remaining, what's the heater temperature for eco-solvent printing, right? The maintenance space, it is easy to access. You can just, lift up the door, and you can just open the front door as well. So you can start maintaining the printer on a weekly basis, fortnightly basis for the Wi-Fi and capping station within 3 seconds of access. Make sure you're closing while it's printing to prevent any serious injury. All right, let me go into the left side. On the left side of the printer, we've got standalone ink system. Because this is the 330 series is meant to be a production model, so we dedicate the machine to be used with the 2 liters ink system. The market price for this SS21, which is Mimaki Premium, the original ink, is about 25 Australian cents a cc. So when you printing this type of about 90 centimeters by 60 centimeters of a signage, the ink cost for this is less than $1 for this density, which is pretty good cost in the market. For a customer which is running low volume but still needs to use a 2 liters ink system, because Mimaki ink contains more density of a pigment inside of the ink, it requires to shake at least every fortnightly unless you're exchanging the ink pack. So in order to make your life easy to shake ink, it just has a magnetizing system to make your life a little bit easy for shaking. So make sure you shake every 2 weeks, if you don't change the ink back so often. Right? What's on the center? We've got, standard light, the LED light on the inside of a printing system. So even cover is on, front cover is on, it's closed system inside, but the test print and the first pass of the printing stripe can be easily found and can be easily checked without opening the door, which is pretty good. On the front hand side, what we've got is a XY slitter, which comes with machine and standard, so there is no additional cost to install it. Currently, I set up media to dedicate for the XY slitter inline. So you need extra 5 minutes to set up the media through to the XY slitter unit, which I spent about 20 minutes for the first time to learn how to do it. But now I'm able to do it without reading the manual, which is pretty easy process to set up the media. If you do not use XY slitter for your job for the long run, such as vehicle wrapping or the billboard banners, you don't need to even set up like this, but you can just straight bring down the media and tape down to the take-up rail in order to just feed it through. I can't bring turn the machine around to show you the backside today, unfortunately. But in the backside, the media changer comes with a printer as a standard. So what's good in media changer is you can set 3 rolls of a brand new vinyl together. So if you are running a monomeric, polymeric, and cast film, for example, you can set all 3 different material, and without need of changing individually when you do a different job, but you can just turn the handle in order to change one to other type of the material. If you're putting the very heavy duty material, the total weight allowed on the machine is up to 60, 70 kilos around. So you can't really put like 3 times over 30 kilograms of a roll in each slot. But at least you can put 25 kilograms around the media roll for each slot, total 3 slots. Right, that's basically it for the how you're looking at the machine. So today I just want to provide you the quick demo of how the slitting system works. Right, the slitting system can be performed really easy 2 steps. One is setting the media properly like this, right? What it is for the slitting system, it's not just a cutting system, but there is another feeding roller and a decent tension system above the slitting system and underneath of a printing system in order to slit the media pretty straight and making sure that the shape of the slitting is pretty the quite high quality. The only thing is I'm concerned for today is you need to manually, there's a mark to be printed automatically from a rastering grip software when you set the XY slitter. But this sensor is for horizontal cutting slit. There are also vertical cutting slit, which you need to adjust the position of the knife manually. So in the beginning, you probably need to waste the material for probably 80 centimeters to 1 meter of vinyl in order to preset or adjust the position or putting a tension of the film before starting a slitting job. So just remember that you need to, spend quite amount of the material for preset the job. All right, this is basically the first step for setting the material well and setting a position of the cut. The second step is easy. On the rastering software, you just import a printing job in, and you just activate XY slitter and tell it where to cut. Basically, you can decide wherever inside of the outer frame of a job. For example, if this is a job, right? You can't have the space outside of it. If you want a space outside of it to cut, you need to have an original graphic to have a white space. Because of the sensor and the crop mark reason, you need to allow the some space original in original artwork. However, for the inside, you can go 2 centimeters if you want, or 3 centimeters if you want. So you can quickly adjust what's the distance from the edge of the job to where to cut on the inside of the job. All right, so I'm going to just run the printer for the printing for a couple of minutes, so you will see how the slitting system actually works. So currently, print condition is, we've got SS21 ink, 8 colors with light cyan, light magenta, orange, and light black, which is a full color condition. I am running with a 600 by 900 dpi 8 pass, which is about 18 to 19 square meters an hour. So comparing to what JV330 current, product does, it's about 2.5 times faster. By looking at the only the speed, it's twice faster. But comparing to a quality of the print, it actually gives you much better reputation comparing to the same resolution or similar resolution and similar pass count from a JV300. So that means to me, by feeding from this printer, I can really tell you that the actual print plus speed, print quality plus print speed, you can be impressed with the at least 3 times of productivity comparing to JV300. So now you can start seeing that the it just starts printing as well as it's continuously cutting.
Thomas-san.
Yes.
So with the packaging, do we provide something where those prints slide out onto? Is that right with the printer?
Yes, it is. Currently, we've got the one piece of a core fruit to put underneath of a printer. But originally, for the sustainability, we actually let the customer use the original package of a slitter unit for the media catcher on the bottom side. So that that media catcher to make sure that the only other side of the print goes to the floor, and the print side never touch to the floor.
Yeah, that's good. That was my question. Yeah.
So just sharing a question from others, previously. What's the reason why the machine can do up to 2 copies on the side by side for the X slitting, X and Y slitting? The answer is that after the slitter is finished, the only what's connecting from the media and the take up is where the only white space of the media for 3 points, right? If we putting that white point to be smaller, there is a chance that it won't take up with a proper tension. So technically, it's still possible. Well, partly it's still possible that we can put like a 4 sets or 5 sets of a slitting system for X position. But for stability, we use up to only 2 copies, up to 2 copies to work on the slitting side by side. All right, basically, what I did was with a sort of eco-solvent printing, did printing and inline XY slitting, right? What's going to happen is I just printed, the 3 copies or 3 rows, but it's just slitted in previous job, 6 copies in the previous row, previous job, but it didn't still copy the the latest job. What's going to happen is the machine still remembers the the data, where to cut according to the sensor position. So unless you change the media knife position, as soon as you send the next data, with different data, of course, and it still cuts the rest of the piece, even without wasting the media back and forth. The other thing I want to tell you is recently we updated, well, means the software is available, the new firmware is available by the time we release the printer, the product in the Australian local, but not only inline print and slit, but we're going to have firmware to only slit X and Y slit for laminated job. So what you can do with this machine is, because many customers would like to laminate the print and the slit, so what you can still do is you can only print with those marks for the slitting. And then after just print and roll, you can go to a laminator to laminate. After degassing, after outgassing the ink for half day or overnight. After laminating, you can still put that media backside, and then just go through a slitting without any printing. So you can still use the XY slitter offline with printing. So that means you can save the investment cost for the the inline, the standalone XY slitter by choosing this product. That's what I was aware of is from 3 days ago. So it's a pretty latest information from factory.
That's good to know, Tomo. That you can laminate and just use it simply as an XY slitter if needed.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that well, technically it can do, but I think those demand will continue from those developed countries area.
Do we have an idea of the time frame of that firmware, or is that?
Well, firmware has been released. We just need to update the firmware for our showroom machine and test it before showing to a customer. Make sure it works. But technically, it's ready.
Oh, excellent. Yep.
All right, basically that's it from from myself today. So now I would like to ask the attendees. Today we've got about 20 attendees, 20 guests. So please don't be shy to ask a question. there is a question and answer button on your right hand side, and you can just enter the question, or if you want to chat with us on live, you can just push the raise hand button. So I will put you on a speaker to share your idea or your question with anyone else. So please don't be shy and ask us any questions. And again, I really apologize that I realized in 5 minutes we start today that I set up this webinar on 3 a.m., not 3 p.m. today. And but thanks for joining us anyway. So I really appreciate your support. And next week, next Wednesday, we're gonna start the same time the webinar going over our industrial product printer, the UJF range. So please check it out.
Thomas-san.
Yes, brother.
Just a quick question. Obviously, there's a few more things regarding the media changer, the XY slitter, the bulk ink system. Would we say that this printer would take a little bit longer to do an installation, or what are your thoughts there?
Well, to me, yeah, it actually uses the installation manual is about the double thickness comparing to JV330. So to me, to install this printer, it will take the day and a half for only assembly and ink up and checking a print quality. So including a delivery and unloading from truck, we expect 2 days and additional 1 day for training. So I want for customer really to participate for to be a patient for the installation, just allow them for workout. We are quick for turning the screw, but there are quite amount of the alignment is required for the installation. Also, we would like customer really focusing into the training part during the installation. So we expect 3 days the installation training to happen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can't see any questions coming in, Tom. Not yet.
Okay, that's okay. Then probably what I'm gonna do is it's probably a good timing for everyone joining us today. I was gonna just show you around the what's on the biggest showroom in the world of Mimaki headquarters. So let me just take off the my camera from stand, and I will let you watch the what we have. One moment. Good. All right, let's start from entrance here. It's a bad weather in Japan, so it's really the dark place, and I didn't know where the light switch is for the entry. But basically, in the entry place, we've got our global sales director from a 3D printer from our OEM in Israel. Welcome to you. as well as all the IP samples in the shelf. Right. In here, we've got this, the car, the racing car model from a 3D GD, which is the monocolor white printer, which we've got some customer in Australia bought originally from Israel as well, and we wrap with the the colored vinyl. We've got a printed vinyl wrapped car available here. And in the beginning of it, we've got 3D colorful, full color printer, the showcasing. Right, here's the machine which is running, 24/7, 365, for printing samples for globally. We've got a quite amount of the 3D samples. Most of them are copyright, so they can't really take photo of it and share with many people, which I want to. On the left-hand side of the showroom, it's like museum with our UJF tabletop novelty printers for industrial printing system. These gray machines are Mark II E series, which is our the minor change recent model for UJF tabletop flatbed. We've got one previous model because it still requires support for customers. Here is another one niche model, which is a UJF 7151 plus 2, which is upgraded model from 7151 plus. So it has two extra print head for either putting two whites, clear and primer full colors of a spot, or you can put two double CMYK for print speed. On the right-hand side, we've got about 10 printers around for roll fed, either for sign display or the textile printing. Not only a printer which is showing, but we've got some application showcasing, starting from the the backlit corner, 4-layer printing or 5-layer printing. We've got some type of cafeteria, look like application showcase here, which either 2D printing or 2D printing with wrap or direct 3D printing. Here is some food samples, the vegetable samples from a 3D printer from Mimaki 3D UJ, the 553, the industrial model, and some of wallpaper samples from our latex, solvent, and UV printers. We've got another showcasing with a living floor. It's like IKEA type showcase that we basically print everything with our printer, the linens, the sheets, curtains, and all the decors on the chest and the furnitures. We've got a hotel room sample here. We printed with a textile printer for linens. We've got a more Japanese style showcasing, right? It's actually more than what we have in 3 years ago when I was last time in Japan. We've got some soccer ground type of application table, which Mimaki actually sponsors their local football team. And we provide all the printing goods from our subsidiary, the graphic creation printing service department. We've got another showcase here. Hopefully this is the last one. This is showing more to the textile. Well, not textile, but the apparel industry, like the sandals, shoes, the beach shoes, those type of applications. Some Christmas goods. How you call this calendar? Advent calendars, which we showed in the last year Christmas. Right, in the back side of it, we've got the cutting plotter flatbed, which is our the traditional model. What I want to show you here is we've got a new cutting plotter, the CG AR series, which supports, with additional pinch roller, we support more to the rigid cutting as well for the packaging paper. So please stay tuned with the introduction for this, the small format and large format, low end AR print, AR cutting plotters. We've got the two popular flatbeds here. The one is most popular in the world, JFX200 series. On the right hand side, we've got JFX 600, which we're trying to release very soon in Australia. It's still learning curve. That's the we still have something to work on for ink type and the print mode and so on. But we also have got a first demo machine installed in Mimaki, Sydney. So please stay tuned and watch out what the machine can do. So that's pretty much all we have in showroom. Hopefully it was not boring you for.
Tomo-san, that was good. Could we have a quick look at the media changer? Just while you're
that's right. Yeah,
while you're on the go.
Yeah, correct. All right, here we go. This is how the media changer is looked like. We've got this side the brown media core, which I just finished using a current roll. But we've got another media can be set on the the one over there on the front side, and the one in the the bottom side. So what we can't do is we need to spend hard time to change the media while printing. So while printing, let me put it like this. So while printing, we've got this media, it's in use, right? But while media is going over to that side, right, we can't really access to this channel over here. Or we cannot really access to the media on the the bottom side. So yeah, this is what my concern, that you just need to put three medias together, but you just can't easily change the media on the channel when you are printing on the other channel. What do you think, Brad-san?
Oh, look, I don't think that's an immediate concern, because while they're printing. You know what I mean? So normally people are used to finishing printing and then replacing rolls. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's yeah.
So I don't see that being. What I just want to clarify: the total system is 90 kilos, correct?
The total system is 90. Total media weight with the three rolls supports up to 90 kilos, correct?
Yeah. So if you've got two 45 kilo, if you've got a 45 kilo roll, then you just can put two on.
Correct.
You can't. Yeah. Correct. So we just have to outline that to the end user, I think, is the main thing.
Yeah, correct.
But no, the versatility is great. I don't think that's a major thing, Tomo. I think people.
Yeah, I hope so too. Well, just let me just operate this media changer. What it is, it just shows what's lock and what's unlock. So we just need to pull the lever a bit, so you can rotate the media changer. So if you look at the media changer, what it is, it's there is a slight the big gear rate, the gear ratio inside of it. So the power you can load, the power you need for rotate the handle is very small. But it's just the media changer rotates a little bit slower. So for like
it's like a pulley system.
Operator like ladies or small people, or without heavy power, they can still operate the media changer pretty easily.
Yeah, it's good. Very good. Now, look, thanks for that tour, Tomo. That was great.
Yeah, thank you very much as well. So, okay, let me wrap up that. Everyone, thanks for joining us today. And again, apologize for the our the time setting in the beginning, but really appreciate for your patience. And please don't forget that next week, Wednesday next week, same time, we're gonna broadcast the another webinar going through to the our UJF UV small flatbed tabletop flatbed for novelty printing system to introduce. Please stay tuned. And thank you for your support as well, as always. Thanks, Bratzon, as well.
No worries. Thanks, Tomo.
Help.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining. Much. Thank you.
And have a nice weekend all.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.